I'm living. I'm living day by day.
Her brother designed this shirt, and the word on it has tremendous meaning for Hattie. She struggles with trauma.
My two kids, they constantly say, "Ma, you're not the same. You're not the same person."
She is not. While just having a friendly conversation on a Baltimore City street in August 2020, Hattie, her mother, and aunt became unintended victims of gun violence. A drive-by shooting changed their lives.
I got shot 3 times that day. I heard my mother scream, "I got shot." And when I heard my mother got shot is when I felt the burning in my stomach.
Hattie takes us on a walk of her neighborhood. She rarely comes out anymore. She says things have changed.
We can't even sit on the front no more. We're so scared.
That's what you told me.
So scared and paranoid. And you know, we from the old school.
Yeah.
Everybody come and sit on the front.
Rhonda suffers from trauma too. She finds some peace in crafting.
In the very beginning, I was angry. Yeah, I was angry, very angry.
This picture, taken during a late-night party at the Patapsco Arena in November 2000. Minutes later, on the parking lot, a bullet struck her.
When I turned around, that's when I heard the gunshot, and it hit me here in my neck.
She reassured herself.
I can't die. You know, I got to raise my son. I had a 7-year-old at the time.
The shooting put her in a wheelchair. 22 years later, her struggles continue.
One time, it was like a textbook that dropped on the floor. Just the sound of it, it felt like it was happening all over again.
Interested, maybe if you could share, like...
Hattie and Rhonda are now connected to a group of women.
The bullet is still lodged in my bone, not in my body, but in my bone.
Other unintended victims who understand and acknowledge the experiences, deep pain, and efforts to heal.
The flash, of the gun, semi-automatic weapon. And the person who shot me, I don't even know to this day. I don't know. But they would not stop. They would not take their finger off the trigger.
To have women to talk to who've been through what I've been through and I can just reach out to at any time, even if we don't never see each other or talk for a few days, that is awesome. That means a lot to me.
It's hard to handle trauma. So what do you do?
So we first recognized that they had experienced and already survived trauma.
Monifa Jeffrey Riggins is a social worker and therapist at the University of Maryland, Baltimore's ROAR Center. ROAR stands for Rebuild, Overcome, and Rise.
What they first need is to feel safe.
This connection to safety began with a cell phone call to a hospital violence prevention specialist from someone who was having a tough time. He got female survivors to text encouraging and inspiring messages to each other. The women decided to start meeting.
Like now. I'm just talking about it.
I'm trying to die.
But I still
Take your breath. Take your breath.
I gotta live. Even with being around a lot of people and stuff, I still couldn't communicate with them like I do with y'all.
I just commend you all for your love and commitment to each other.
Brought together by trauma.
Talking to them is some of the best therapy in my life.
The bond they're forming is helping them cope and heal. Barry Sims, WBAL TV, 11 News.
Wow, so eye-opening.
It's so powerful.
Yeah, emotional. Barry says the women, they talk about issues including survivor's guilt, coping mechanisms, and the difficulties they face getting counseling and other resources.
Yeah, and the ROAR Center tells us it's seeing more women, especially African-American women, who are survivors of shootings not associated with domestic or intimate partner violence.